Yo, we back. It's your boy Nas the Romantic with Brick City's favorite uncle once again, Uncle Al, and his true Newark Hood Stories. And guess what month it is?
Wow.
It's February.
Black History Month.
Yeah, we said that like in stereo, like black. And who better to get Black History from than your elders?
True that. That
guy might as well be right now. So Uncle Al, he gonna hit you with something.
Stop it. I got mine with me. He gonna hit us with something today too. We need some knowledge from the over here. You got knowledge. Don't get it twisted. He ain't that far behind me now. He keep acting like I'm way up here and he down here. He right here. He almost, he catching up with me.
It's the difference though. See, like I'm younger, so when we get in the car, I'm getting in the car. With the old folks, they like, come on and get in the car.
Right. When he get in the car, I'm already in the car.
Come on and get in the car.
I'm already in the car. And you can see the difference.
Let's make these videos.
Ain't no age on this level here. Y'all can see the difference. I look just as young as this old man. Keep it 100 now. I know y'all do.
Maybe.
I know y'all do. Anyway, it is Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
We was just collaborating on Madison, Washington.
Yeah, Madison, Washington.
That was deep.
Dope. Dope story.
I really, really, really did not know too much about this guy.
Dope story.
Oh, man. Superhero.
My namesake. I don't know if I'm related, but...
Yeah, you got the Washington in the building, but yes.
I'll be proud to be related.
Oh, yes. He is so deep. So, his whole story intrigued me.
Yeah.
If it was some of us like that here on Earth, woo, right now, you know what we'd be?
Ahead of the curve.
Yes, we will. We wouldn't be running around being called a nigga no more.
No.
None of that wouldn't even exist if we had Washingtons all over this place.
Mm-hmm.
Madison Washingtons all over, man. Whatever happened to his kids? Did he have any kids?
I don't know. I have to research that more. I got to research that some more.
Oh, man, that bloodline should have ran so deep. But they, back in them days, they was killing your bloodline.
Yeah. Never know. Fuck. Right beside you.
Might be. Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington.
Yeah. If you don't know who Madison Washington is, Madison Washington was a slave, of course, rebellious at a young age. Rebellious at a very young age. He did not go for the treatment of himself or his people. Long story short, he managed to escape. To Canada, but he had to leave his wife. So his main goal was, while he was in Canada, was to get a job and save up enough money to buy his wife's freedom.
Deep.
In the process of that, they were trying to get him to forget about the whole thing, but that's his wife. His love for his wife was so strong that he risked his freedom to go back down to the plantation.
That was dope.
And go for it and try to get his wife.
That was dope.
In the process of getting his wife, or trying to free his wife, he was captured again. Ended up on a ship that was supposed to go to New Orleans?
Yep, New Orleans.
Supposed to go to New Orleans. Very smart individual. He kept miniature files and saws in his coat. So when they chained him up, he played the game, played docile. In the meantime, he was scouting around to see who would be fit to lead the revolution, or to lead their effort for freedom on the ship. So eventually, he got his way out, freed the people he's going to have help. Well, he freed all the male slaves. They had the males and the females separated.
About 100 and something.
Yeah, and they went to war. They They attacked the people on the ship. You know, some used guns. Madison Washington crept on one guy who had a gun. You know, severely injured him. You know, and turned the tide.
Disarmed him.
Disarmed him, turned the tide. And the rest of the ones who weren't killed, he kept as prisoners. He did not allow the other free slaves to kill them. Matter of fact, he even attended to their wounds.
Yes, he did.
But as you know, when they were healthy enough, they tried to get the ship back, which failed. Now, in the process of freeing everybody, when everybody was free, everything was said and done, he made, I guess, the ship's cooks make a feast for all the slaves on the ships. So now he freed the female slaves. So happened, one of the female slaves on the ships was his wife.
Wow.
They had a tearful reunion, and instead of going to New Orleans, they went to Nassau, Bahamas, where black folks were.
They changed their route.
So, long story short, it was a man's love for his wife and his yearning for the freedom of his people that freed himself, his wife, and 112 other slaves, 114 slaves altogether. So if that's not inspiring right there, I don't know what is.
That's very inspiring.
You know, that's your Black History moment right there.
I got it twisted. I thought it was 140 something.
What? Yeah, I think it was 114.
Okay, I thought it was 147.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's deep, man. Yeah. You know, you never see that in this life. Never see that. That is so, oh man, that's breathtaking right there. There's someone to care about people like that and risk his own life to save his wife and others.
Everybody was telling me basically, like, yo, forget about her, you probably get another wife.
Oh,
like,
man,
nah.
no.
He said, I cannot enjoy my freedom while my wife was still a slave.
Right, and he knew where he left her, where he was. He broke out and couldn't take her with him? No. I'd have to go back too.
Yeah.
But he was on a mission though. He went to Canada, set up a job, learned how to use tools, learned how to break in locks, learned how to make tools to come up to get out of these chains. And he went back prepared and was successful.
Right. He knew how to lead. Definitely knew how to lead in order to organize rebellion like that.
And God had his back too.
Yes, sir.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. A mission like that was impossible, but possible. If you put your mind to it and your heart. That's where it was. His heart, mind, and soul was in that order right there, man. That's deep. That's dope. Boy, we had a lot of Washingtons left, man. Got a lot of Washington on the left here. Checking him out. It's a good man. Good man.
I try.
Good man. You're a good man. You're a good guy. You know, we all make mistakes. And, I haven't seen you make none around me so far. If you did, you got them hidden. I haven't seen them, but you're a good man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
You know, this month here, Black History Month, is cold too. This is one of the coldest days this winter.
Yeah.
It really is, man. And wind is blowing with it. So if you're out here, dress warm. Whatever you do it big. Put on big clothes. I don't care. Just dress warm. Shit, don't do it like Miss Little. Shit.
Want to know about Miss Little? You gotta watch the last episode.
Yeah, you go.
So check us out on my page, Nas128 YouTube. All right.
You'll find all about Miss Little, how she do things.
A little bit at a time, you'll find out about it.
There you go. Yes, sir.
All right, so what's your take on things, man? I mean, because I ain't trying to make a joke, but you've been around longer than me. So you've experienced and seen a few more things than I have in the course of your lifetime. So as far as Black history, like what is your take on things? What like, you know, they say the more things change, the more they stay the same. So like, what has changed and what stayed the same as far as you're concerned?
Hey man, listen, man. To be honest with you, it's a big change. You know, I'm gonna take you back into the 60s. Okay. Martin Luther King, President Johnson, Kennedy, all of these guys was alive. Everybody was political and involved back then. And be honest with you, you couldn't tell the difference between who was who back then. Because it looked like everybody was on the same side, but they really wasn't. But it looked like it because it looked like everybody was trying to, how would I put it, organize unity at that time. Looked like people was more so like trying to come together than more so separation.
Right.
And back in the 60s, Newark, New Jersey was on the top of their A game. I mean, you had all the white folks living around us, all the Italians living around us, all the Jews living around us. You even had gypsies living around us.
Right.
We was living with all walks of types of people in the 60s.
But from what I was told, it was a type of segregation. I heard like the Italians used to chase black folks like across the bridge around there by Park and whatnot.
Well, no, that was Velsbury Park. Velsbury Park, South Orange Avenue. We used to go up there and they'd chase you too. You used to go up there and steal little kids' bikes, man. You know, we used to go up that way. They knew we was trouble. We come. They see us walking. We come to take bikes.
Not anybody.
Well, that's what it looked. We used to go up to take their bikes because we couldn't afford them. So anyway, anything after 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, anything after 9 o'clock at night in the summertime, you can't be walking up that way. I remember one time, man. This was probably in the early 70s. Probably around 73, 74, somewhere around in there. We was going up to Velsbury, over South Orange Avenue. What's that? Velsbury Park. As soon as we cross the bridge and get up by the park light, and get up there by Columbia Avenue, here come 2 or 3 hearse cars. Like they got bodies in them, chasing us all time, boy. Chasing us down with bats all through the park. We got away. But if they'd have caught us, they'd have beat us down. For no reason. We were just walking up there. You know, see, blacks wasn't allowed to go under that bridge at one time. But when we was living in the 60s on Avon Avenue and Belmont Avenue, which is called Irving Terminal Boulevard now, we had Jews. Jews had the pharmacies. The Italians had the bakeries. The little grocery stores the Italians had. Then you had the gypsies on the other side of the street. They didn't come on our side of the street. Right. All gypsies. Then you had the white people mixed all around, living right there. Like I said, back then it was like, man, we used to go outside, man, 2, 3 in the morning. We used to go to sleep, leave the doors open. Nobody come in Newark about it. Newark was just that tight at one time and peaceful. And when you heard somebody died or got killed, it was like so sad. Everybody knew, like one committed, like it was scary. Yeah. You know, damn, I ain't never knew nobody died, got killed. That's the way it was. Now, you know, I'm used to it. I never thought I'd see this day. So that's the change that you asked me about. It's a big change. You know, I can remember, man, back in 1970, 71, it was a shooting in the back of my house. This dude must have did something. Cops caught him by my bathroom window. I'm in there, shot him about 8, 9 times. Shit scared you. So when I look out the back window, he on the ground dead. I never seen nobody dead.
Right.
Never heard. I see this on TV. It was so spooky. So all of the cop guns I used to play with and have fun, be a cop and robber, stop playing with them. Didn't want to play no more. I didn't want to play no more. So that's what happened.
What back there?
I'm looking at that car back there like, who pulled up on us? And it's you. That's what I'm talking.
Another wild adventure, man.
That's you back there. And I'm like, man, who car them whipped up on us? Just that fast. Car been there. I lose it.
Yeah, you see, wild that move. Got to watch his own, man.
Got to do it.
Yeah.
Got to do it. So back then, it was more so, black people was more so sticking together then.
Right.
Black people had a purpose, a reason. It wasn't all this killing.
Right.
Old folks wasn't scared of young folks.
Right.
We got along. They respected old folks. We respected old folks.
Yeah.
Now,
no.
You can't even. You gotta be watching who you speak to, young. They may get mad at you for speaking to them. I've seen it happen. So you gotta be careful. But I love young folks. I like communicate with them, man. It's something that just blow my mind. I can't believe how smart they are, but then how dumb they are, ignorant they are. But they so intelligent. I just want to see them grow and
a lot of potential.
Prosperous. Yes, I see it.
A lot of potential in the young folk, man.
I see it, man. So that's the change. That's the change.
All right, now, so you're around at the height of the Black Power movement. So, and I'm big on the Black Panthers. I used to hear about them all the time. My mom used to tell me stories about them. Now, were there any chapters here that you know of?
Yeah, they was here. You know, it wasn't just Black Panthers. They had all kinds of powerful and legitimate gangs. They weren't going around robbing people. They was like, helping the community out.
More organizations than they were like gangs.
Right. They had gangs, you know, but they still try to call themselves. The white folks was calling them gangs.
Of course.
Okay. It wasn't no gang. We had Black Panthers. I don't know. We had some people called the Aztecs. Panthers. Black Panthers. You're making fun of me now. He said I said Black Pampers. Black Panthers. Play him out. He's a funny guy. He liked to, you know.
Oh, man.
So Black Panthers, and it was another group called the Aztecs. And these guys they wasn't banging. They was like street watchers, running things, organized, making money. You know, they might have had stuff going on. You know, they weren't going around knocking people in the head, shooting people for nothing. You didn't see two gangs at it all the time. You didn't see that type of.
No, what I mean by like, I'm talking about not more on the street level. I'm talking about more of like the you know, the groups that would try to push for a political change so we can have better equality.
Well, see, Black Panther was one of them that was trying to do things legally,
right,
and organize,
right,
themselves to have a movement. With those, we can have our own organizations, our own army, our own stores. They were trying to build.
Right.
But see, when they see you starting to build or trying to do something legitimately or carry guns and weapons and arms and get licensed, they wasn't for that because that's protecting yourself. They want you to always be helpless. Always want you to be helpless.
You have an incoming call.
Always want you to be helpless. So
I was a busy man.
So
do we have any organizations that originated out of Newark?
Yes. Black Panthers was here.
No. Panthers originated in Cali.
But they was here though too though.
Yeah, they had chapters. I'm talking about like organizations that grassroots started from here. Do we have any of those, or we just?
Yeah, we had some, but I just can't remember no names. We had quite a few that was running right here out of North, and was established.
Right.
It was just trying to figure a few names, man. But I can recall plenty. Little organizations had little storefronts, little holes in the walls where they was having meetings and stuff at. Right. Yeah, it was somebody, but I just can't remember the name. You gotta understand something. I was young too. Right. I was a young kid, right. You know, but very inquisitive, watching, looking, being nosy, listening. You know, they killed me pulling up on you like they run things here. So I was you know, a kid at that time, you know. I was definitely a kid. So,
all right. So, get into this because I'm a music man. We musical people.
All over the world.
1/3 of A&N R&B, part of Heritage Hip Hop. So, of course, I got to get to the music aspect of it. So, like, what music do you remember? Like, what was the I'm Black and I'm Proud music that you remember, like, from back in your day?
Well, James Brown was the black man and proud and put it out to the scene, man.
Okay.
Yeah, James Brown was the man. James Brown brought it back. Payback. You know, I'm mad. For the big payback. He came back letting white folks know it ain't gonna be easy to get him off the map. Right. You know, and he brought everybody together. I'm black and I'm proud. Right. He let it be known that black was in. Right. And wasn't going nowhere and was proud to be black. He let the kids know. He even put them together, man. Right. Did a little orchestra thing with the kids. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. You know? Yeah. Say it loud. And that thing went a long way. It's just that while we was advertising this and analyzing this and utilizing this to for our purpose as black people, it made us feel loved and wanted by each other at that time. It was love all in the air back then. So much love in the air. God was everywhere. God was everywhere, man. I mean, God was everywhere. You seen somebody down the street, they wave, hi, how you doing? Your son down the street doing such. I spanked him and sent him home. Love.
The community raised the community.
Precisely. Oh, man, those were the days. So if you want to talk about change, yes, it's big change. Big change. And if you look at the difference when you coming up, you see difference when what you had. You had a good time in your time.
Oh yeah.
But they ain't having no good times like now in your back then when you was.
Nah. All right, look, like for myself, I'm at an age where I can remember actually going outside, running up and down the street. You know, you better come in when that street light come on. There were no online games, so you had to go to your friend's house to play. You had to go out there and be social. And like I said, when we were outside, you would have the parents. Your parents would be on the porch.
Yeah.
Watching you.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to worry. See, a lot of things is why kids. I really wouldn't even let my kid go outside because you get worried about them catching that straight bullet now.
Oh man,
you didn't have that problem. It had to be something serious, man.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? It had to be something serious for somebody to shoot somebody, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I mean? The most you heard about maybe a knife or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't hear too many gunshots.
You know what I'm saying? People shot the one. Wasn't nobody jumping at anybody all the time like a coward. Now you shot the one. So
yeah.
If you wasn't in one of those local karate schools, man, you was getting your boxing up.
Yeah, you was doing that.
you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I went to schools that taught us about us. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to Chad. And that's why I learned about Kwanzaa.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I went to It's a Sonic now. Remember the school down there? I went to. It was straight called Newark School, and that's where I did like I think pre-K and kindergarten at. You know what I mean? And you know they taught you that your black skin was nothing to be ashamed of. Be proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you had every Black History Month, and they don't even do this no more. Even Black History Month, you would have, they would decorate the schools with like actual Black history. You would have you see a picture of Malcolm X, give him a little something on Malcolm X. You know, the go-to guys, Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they don't do that no more. They don't even do that anymore. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get mad and call it critical race theory.
Exactly.
Which is actually history.
Exactly.
Like, think about it. But they taught you that your black skin, your natural hair, was all beautiful because it's you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the contrast between today and yesteryear, man. I mean, don't get it now. We a little bit more conscious. This is age of information, so you go on YouTube and look up stuff like Madison Washington.
Right. Yeah, that's that. I got that.
You
put me on them.
But at the same time, there's a lot of ignorant stuff out there too. Like we had more conscious stuff. I say we had more conscious stuff, but like it was more prominent back in the day than the stuff we got out now.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's what I can tell you from my perspective of it. So, what's your word for the day?
Word for the day. I mean, we got to move forward. We got to move forward. We really have to move forward. But you can't move forward until you look backwards. If you don't look behind you, you can't look forward. You got to look behind you and take the behind you pieces and update them. Bring them up here with you and analyze it. Then you can figure it out. But you got to look behind you in order to move forward. Because everything that happened already. You have to know about it. If you don't know about it, you cannot move forward because you're moving forward and you don't know what your history is all about.
So like the saying goes, if you don't know where you come from, you'll never know where you're going.
That's exactly that part right there what I'm talking about.
Right.
So the word for the day is we have to look backwards and look at all that unity that we had back then. All of that love that was in the air back then. All the godly people that was spiritually binded back then. Not the Holy Ghost and all that. Spiritually binded. I'm talking about soul, mind, body, and spirit. Okay? Binded. We get those back, we can move forward. We can move forward. But until then, it's going to be a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of killing, a lot of dying, a lot of illness, a lot of repercussion, a lot of karma. It's going to be all this. That's the word for the day. Unity. Unified ourselves. Come together and let's be together. Some kind of way. Black people. I'm going to say this, man, if you don't know. And I know it from being in here. We're special.
Of course.
We're so special. They letting us wipe each other out because they don't want us to know how special we are. But the minute y'all find out how special y'all are, we're in the building. We're in the building.
You have an incoming call.
We are in the building.
Right, man. We're the most innovative and imitated people on this planet. So it's got to be in us.
It's there. It's there.
It's got to be in us, man.
It's there.
We set the trends. We set the trends. Know what I mean?
We still being called niggas. We still being called the lowest. We still got rules and regulations that white folks don't have. We still got a judgment day already written for us, and they don't. You know, they already named us and branded us, and they're keeping us all and just out of the loop. Out of the loop. Out of the loop. They're keeping us out of the loop. They keep the drugs in the neighborhood. That'll never stop because they in control. But we know really in control of this earth. And like I said, karma is really true. Karma is true. Man. It's karma. So, you know, they're going to get theirs when and however they get it, and wherever they get it, they're getting it. But they still doing their dirt here on earth, and they don't care about getting it until they get it.
I mean, it's like you said, that's universal law, man. Whatever is wrong is going to end up getting right.
It's going to get right. Period.
So, you know, let's keep doing what we're doing, man. You know, unify, organize, keep up the good fight. Yeah. And
precisely. From
your boy Nas the Romantic and Uncle Wow.
Word and wisdom.
Words and wisdom. True neighborhood stories. I don't know what that was, but we got it all here.
It's there. A lot of stuff going on around here. A lot of stuff going on here. Yeah. That move, I don't know what that move was about. We made the doors locked.
All right, we love y'all.
To death.
Peace.
And blessings.
Yep. And until next time, Nas Romantic, Uncle Al.
Word of wisdom.
For the day.
For the day.
We thinking of you.
True, too.
Peace.
And blessings.
All right.